What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Robbie Williams. And we're returning to the In and Out of Consciousness compilation. Thank you again to Michaela for providing this 2 CD release, and also for sending me a folder of the tracks arranged in chronological order. Are you coming up? Okay, sure. Why do I feel like you're mischievous right now? Well, here, go. How about you head over that way? Go, 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 go. See? Go, go, go. I don't trust you. But yes, the next tune in the playlist is Millennium, which, given that he originally left Take That in 1995, and that this is the 7th track on here in the order in which they came out, I'm guessing this relates to the turn of the millennium, which was, a pretty significant event. I had just turned 19, and, sort of, it felt like the reference point for my generation, because, again, I had, just become an adult. I had just graduated high school, and we were moving into a new millennium, so it felt very significant, maybe for everyone, but for people of my specific age cohort, it felt like, we're really, moving into adulthood at a very unique time. In any case, I wouldn't be surprised if the title of the track relates to that significant event, which, again, was, very culturally prominent. I remember technologically, people, the Y2K disaster and so on. It didn't really turn out to be that way, but I do wonder if there's any of that type of meaning in the title. It is a single-word title, so beyond suspecting that it relates to the actual turn of the millennium back then, I don't know what to think of it. In any case, let's give it a listen. This is Robbie Williams. The song is Millennium, and it's from the In and Out of Consciousness 2-disc compilation.
Since the day that we were born, got some slow downs before we fall down. We got stars directing our fate, and we pray it's not too late, 'cause we know we're falling from grace. Millennium. Detox for your rent, overdose of Christmas, and give it up for Lent. My friends are all so cynical, we refuse to keep the faith. We all enjoy the madness, 'cause we know we're gonna fade away. We got stars directing our fate, and we're praying it's not too late, 'cause we know we're falling from grace. Millennium. Coming out of good, you think you are hot enough.
first things first, that violin, like, recurrent string melody, I feel like I've heard that before, and it's making me feel like I've heard this song before. Now, that is possible. I don't recall in the moment, but it could have been one of the tracks from the Robbie solo section of the Progress concert I watch, where, again, take that as a four-piece, start the concert, then Robbie comes out, does some solo songs, and then they do the rest of the concert like as a five-piece related to the album Progress. But I don't remember that for sure. But again, that string riff just really felt familiar, and it was making me think the whole time. It's like, wait, have I heard this before? Overall, the song has a nice blend of pop stylings, but also there's like a soul, almost R&B feel to the vocals. He's kind of really high in his vocal register for a lot of the track, though there's also some like spoken word, like hip hop style vocalizations that he does along the way. And in that regard, even the beat itself has kind of a late 90s hip hop sound to it. So yeah, like somewhere between pop, soul, and hip hop, this one kind of finds its center. And yeah, so like there's lots of references to like religious concepts, including specifically like Catholic concepts, you know, saying like, you know, maybe having too much at Christmas and then giving up something for Lent, and, you know, saying that we're all like, you know, fallen in the, you know, sort of sense of like Catholic ideology, but then also saying like, you know, our lives are controlled by the stars essentially. And then what was the reference? It was like, you know, praying that it's not too late, and, you know, saying that like we were born to wait. And so like I wonder, in terms of like some of these religious ideas or concepts which are invoked, and then as it relates to like maybe a particular cohort, like their lifespan. But then again, I'm also thinking that, you know, this could be more about, you know, like people in the music industry or something. It almost felt like there was a comment being made on, again, you know, people who grow up, like, what was it, making money since they're born and so on. But again, like, could that be like pop stars, you know, like people who were like in an idol group or indeed like a boy band? So I don't know if that would be a comment about, you know, the Take That era, or just what it's like to grow up where you're an entertainer when most people are having like normal youth lives and experiences. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how it all comes together, but I was amused by the little tidbits I caught. And definitely there was some creativity in terms of the rhyming, but all kind of working like thematically. So, as I said, I really enjoy that string riff. I enjoy the hip hop style beat, and the vocals, again, sort of, you know, dynamic or varied over the course of the track. But for a lot of it, him singing pretty high in his register. So another cool one. Very much enjoying the solo Robbie journey in tandem with Take That. And again, there's a lot of tracks on here, so I think we've done 7, and it looks like there's at least, you know, like 15 on disc 1 and a couple more than that on disc 2, so it looks like we've got over 30 tracks to go here, so we're not even a quarter of the way through it yet. So once again, thank you to Michaela for this. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. And I appreciate that you're nice and calm now, Luca. Peace.